Okay, we might be starting to see some little interesting things here with ChatGPT and what's going on. And let me ask you maybe a little challenging question right off the bat, and that is, what do you think is the number one key to getting the most out of ChatGPT, the key to ChatGPT, and how to use that? And let me give you a little hint here. Let's pretend that you're going to the kitchen and I ask you to bring me some food and drink, right? And that's all I say, hey, bring me some food and drink. Well, I could get back anything from you. I could get back maybe some yak meat with a bottle of water, right? That's food, that's drink. I'm not so sure if that yak is prepared or really wants to be food, but yeah, what you could bring me, right, is some food and drink would be a yak and a bottle of water. But let's say instead I asked you more specifically, please bring me a slice of pizza and a Coke. Do you have that in your mind? You probably weren't thinking about the yak before, but if I say, bring me a slice of pizza and a Coke, you probably have something in mind. And it's probably something more along this line, right? Piece of pizza and a Coca-Cola, right? And so the idea is that being more specific can be more helpful. And that is actually the key to ChatGPT, is the prompt line. The number one most important thing with ChatGPT and getting the most out of it is to write better prompts. Writing better prompts. And I'm going to show you in this lesson some better ways of writing prompts. I'll give you 2 techniques. And as we go through the course, you'll start seeing this is really second nature and this will become easy. But in the beginning, a lot of people get frustrated because they're like, oh, I asked ChatGPT stuff and it doesn't give me back what I want. It's because their prompts are too vague or not specific enough. Think of the yak and the water versus I want a Coke and a slice of pizza. So the big concept is you can start broad with your prompts, with what you're asking ChatGPT, like a funnel, and then continue to drill down. Or as you get more comfortable, you can get as specific as you can immediately, and then keep drilling down or keep asking more questions to get what you want. You can do it either way, works fine. But let me give you a couple of kind of templates or techniques you can also start with if you want. The best is just to play around, but here's a couple that you can use as well. So the first one is, kind of what I would say, kind of the technique number 1 is more informal, right? Just how is, just asking ChatGPT to act as something, a someone, a person, act as something. Clear instruction to what you want. I want the pizza and I want the Coke. If there's limits on something, like a word count, like for a blog or something, any kind of output style or tone, do you want the tone to be friendly? Do you want it to be stern? Do you want it to be scientific? What is the output you're looking for? And then have that conversation and following up with ChatGPT. Just like if you're talking with somebody, you're having these follow-up discussions and questions. So an example of that might be, act as a professional copywriter. So we're actually telling ChatGPT you're a copywriter now versus being a psychiatrist or a manager. These are all things we can tell ChatGPT to do. But we want ChatGPT to act as a professional copywriter. And the clear instruction would be like, write a blog article on what is a hori-hori knife, the benefits and how to use it for gardening. And is there a limit? Yeah, I want it to be 1,500 words, maybe 2,000 words. That's like a sweet spot for blogging. Output style and tone, friendly and fun. Maybe or I could have it be something completely different. Maybe I want it to be really super serious or something like that. You can tell it what you want it to be, and then you continue that discussion as far as the follow-up. So that's one way you can do it, is using those bullet points there and those highlights as far as how you can form it. Another one would be a more formal ChatGPT, technique number 2, where you can actually just put in these 4 bullet points and then just fill in the blanks. What's the topic? What's the audience? What's the content goal? And what is the writing style you want? So it's a little more formal and more broken up, but you could start and write it that way. You don't have to, but you could, early on, you could do it this way. So for example, with the hori-hori knife again, topic, what is a hori-hori knife? Audience, retired people, content goal, write a blog article on what is a hori-hori knife, the benefits, how to use for gardening, and then what is the writing style. Maybe in this case you want to be concise, easy to understand, and friendly, for example. Or it could be something that's, right for an 85-year-old. You could have it be that for retired people, write like you're writing for an 85-year-old. Or if it's for children, write like you're writing for a 7-year-old. So that's the idea of these 2 techniques, is there's ways that you can just be asking these questions and better questions. And the key with all this is it's going to be real second nature to you. The more you use ChatGPT, this will become second nature. You'll start inputting things. You don't have to be as formal with either technique 1 or technique 2. Play around with it. You'll be real comfortable with it. But if you find yourself getting a little frustrated, like, I'm not getting back the answers I want, it's probably related to the prompts you're giving. Remember, ChatGPT is artificial intelligence, AI, that's there to help you, but it can't help you if you don't give it the right direction. So if you're looking for a yak, ask for a yak. And if you're looking for a slice of pizza, ask for a piece of pizza. Oh, and in terms of the course, I use some of these techniques. I play around with a little bit too, and sometimes I'm intentionally starting at a broad level and then drilling down so you can kind of see that process as well too. But you use ChatGPT the way that you want to use it, of course.